Good afternoon, this is Grigorij with AB Suvimos. Today I will tell you all about the industrial sewing machine known as the RB series, which actually stands for the Rubina brand name. And the specific module we are looking at would be this one right here. It's the Rubina RB 9400C/D4. It's an industrial machine, don't be afraid. This is not the kind of equipment that was used before. In the past, there used to be a big three-phase motor hanging under the tables. That motor would start humming as soon as it was turned on and would keep humming constantly, making a lot of noise, and the clutch would smell like burning rubber. And the neighbors would bang on the radiator with a hammer, telling you to stop what you were doing because they needed to sleep, and that noise was disturbing not only you, but also your family and the neighbors. Now, since the time when those electric scooters appeared, specifically since they came up with that servo motor so that it would work properly, be affordable and of good quality, the whole situation with industrial equipment has changed. It's not three-phase. A simple plug, 220 volts, just like when you plug in any appliance. It uses very little electricity because it's a servo motor. Absolutely silent, just like a household sewing machine. So now look, here we have a sewing machine. Now it's turned on. Do you hear anything? I don't hear anything. I can hear my heart beating because I'm really nervous. Do you hear it? That's my heart beating. My heart is beating right here next to yours. See, your own heart is beating steadily right next to this medical machine. That is a very good sign for us. Enough with these jokes. Now, while sewing, you place another additional spool. See, you hang it on that hook and you wind it right here. See, the winder is separate. While sewing, it winds the thread for you. Another spool, a separate one. Now I'll press it. It pops up because it's full now. There you go. Next, there's lighting, LED lighting. The machine is fully automated. That means it automatically lifts the presser foot up. So I press the pedal. It makes a back stitch, lifts the presser foot up, and cuts the thread. Now about the back stitch. The back stitch can be adjusted. See here, the numbers are 3, 3, 3. Just a moment, I'll set up the camera and make a comfortable spot for it today, and I'll show you everything. So when our technicians assemble the machine, how do they do it? They assemble the table, the frame specifically, the one it stands on. So usually they pour oil into it, but just in case you can check how much oil there is and add more if it's not enough. I almost opened this cap here with the help of a screwdriver. It opens with difficulty, but there you go. We open this cap and pour oil in here, as much oil as needed. Then we close the cap. There's nothing complicated about this. Maybe I made it sound scary, that it's difficult. It's not difficult. I'll show you how in a moment. We'll just take some kind of little screwdriver like this. You will very rarely need to do this. See, it opens and closes. You might only need to open it once a year, if at all. The amount of oil. The oil level. Here, I'll take off the camera to show you. Here is the indicator. As you can clearly see, that bright red indicator marker really should be positioned precisely right here, between these two specific horizontal lines on the display. At the top, the red line is at the bottom. So now it's filled a bit more than halfway here, a little above the normal level. Well, up to the upper line is considered normal. There you go. Moving on. What do we have here? We can turn on the machine. Here's the button. I'm turning it off now, and it will shut down in a moment. All right? And now, as I promised, I'm turning on the machine. No sounds. There it is. It's on. So now, here's the clamp. This is where you adjust the clamp. It can be, now this is a bit complicated. You see forward, back, forward, back, forward, and back, forward. So kind of that's how it is. No, not like that. It goes forward, back, and forward again. This is a very strong clamp. With this button here, we can change it. For example, we can remove it completely. There's no clamping. The machine doesn't secure at the beginning, doesn't secure at the end, at the end unless we press this button. Here is a light securing, here is normal, and here is the reinforced one. You simply press this button here at the front at the beginning and here at the end. When you start sewing, it secures automatically, and when you finish, it also secures. Now I'll set it to a normal clamp, just like this. So what else do we have here? Well, of course, you can program this machine to sew those pockets. For example, it will sew 20 steps and stop. Then it will sew another 40, for instance. It will stop at whatever number you set. There are a few of those operations. Well, usually this function is used in factories where sewing is done on a mass scale. So now, all right, simply, here's the stitch density. Look, I'm changing it. I'm decreasing it now and it's changing. You see, it's changing from 1.5 to 1.4. Now, by increasing, I'm making the stitch density higher, right? Moving on. Let me secure the machine so it doesn't move. There, good. So stitch density, yes. What else does it have? It has a tremendous speed, but that speed is very well regulated. But if necessary, you can reduce that speed. For example, you see here is a turtle and here is a rabbit. Well, obviously, if you set it to rabbit, but it doesn't go any further, 4,000 revolutions, it sews very quickly. Well, I'll try sewing with it myself in a moment. Look, here's our fabric, and you press it all the way down. I secure it, lift the presser foot, and cut the thread. All right, so about that speed. So now the maximum speed is set, but if I press the pedal just a little, it won't go that fast, you see. See how it starts sewing? Fantastic, isn't it? If you give a short press for a single stitch, you'll get just one stitch. The needle stays down, you see? Tap, tap, and tap again. Or, if you prefer, you can simply use this physical button, this convenient button right here. You can even change its function. Look, I'm pressing it down right now. It works perfectly, doesn't it? Look, I'm pressing it, watch the needle. Half a stitch. Needle up, needle down, up, down. Awesome, right? Alright, moving on. As I mentioned, you can turn off or on the securing stitch at the beginning and end, and you can also change the number of stitches, how many forward, how many backward, for example. Now look, here's the securing stitch. Here you can adjust the securing stitch. I'm reducing it to 2 stitches forward, 2 back, and at the end also 2 forward, 2 back. Well, usually the standard is 3, so 3. And now about that speed, take a look. So right now we have 4,000 revolutions. I'm reducing it, and now the maximum will be, well, half of that, half of the full speed. So I can reduce it even more. Look, I think, yes, down to 100. Yes, down to 100 stitches per minute. Here, that's practically almost 1 stitch per second. See, look, that's it. That's the full speed. So there you go. Well, I can't sew like this. I need the full speed. I'm setting it back all the way now, 4,000 revolutions. So there you go. Moving on. Scissors are drawn here. Look, the scissors are drawn here. That means the automatic thread cutting is now turned on. You can always use this button here to turn it off. See, the scissors disappeared. That means now it doesn't cut the thread. As I mentioned, we can remove the backstitch. See? We remove the backstitch. Or we only do the backstitch at the beginning and not at the end. Or we do it both at the beginning and the end. So in short, we have this kind of instruction, and it's also available on the website. Here it's written what each button does. Everything is written very nicely in Lithuanian. And what else should I tell you? Oh, about those operations. All right, we'll sew a little bit. I'll just sew for you now. So as you can see, the machine not only sews straight, but also does those complex stitches. It imitates hand stitches like it's sewn by hand, for example, right? Or a reinforced stitch, where 3 threads go into 1 stitch, making it very strong and elastic. So in general, yes, the machine is special. I don't know if any competitors sell something like this or not. It seems to me that so far, no, I haven't seen it. So now we're just sewing. We have an automatic preset backstitch. And at the end, when I need to stop, I press the pedal backwards, this pedal here, with my foot. I press it in the opposite direction, backwards, and what does it do? It secures the stitch, lifts the presser foot, and cuts the thread. As I mentioned, or maybe I didn't, I can't remember. There we go. You see, that's how it used to be in the old days. You had to pick up scissors and cut the thread by hand. But here we have automatic thread cutting. Not a single sewing factory works with regular machines anymore. They all have automatic thread cutting because that saves time. And we all know that time is what? Money. Money. We press the scissors are there. So at this point, we have successfully both the backstitch and automatic thread cutting fully activated and ready to go, along with the automatic foot pedal lift mechanism, and all of these additional advanced functionalities. Stopped, up, backstitch, thread cut, you start sewing. That's how quickly it goes. Up, you need a different stitch. Well, here's another stitch. Cut. The seamstress doesn't have to think about anything. She just presses the pedal and that's it. Now, how do you turn on those operations? To turn on the operations, you need to press this button. And that's it. That would be all. But there's one little secret. You see, I pressed it, yes, but it's still sewing straight, not doing those complicated ones. What needs to be done? You need to secure it, well, finish the stitching. So I press the pedal backward, securing, cutting the thread, and then I start again. There you go. You see, now that triple one, it's an imitation of a hand stitch. Interesting, isn't it? I'll lower the speed on purpose, down to 100, so you can see how it works. See, it goes back, then forward, back again, then forward, 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 once more, back, forward, back, and forward. That is exactly how the whole process works. I'm pressing the rabbit button. The rabbit is great, everything's fine. 3. See the speed? I thought it would slow down. No, you can go fast, you can go slow. I like this machine. Honestly, I want one myself. Maybe I'll start in the evenings. Yikes. Wow, that is a good machine. Actually, that stitch honestly looks quite impressive and unique, right? I have to say that I really like how it turned out. We secure it, pull it out. Now let's take a new piece of fabric. If I recall correctly, the particular thread should be somewhere around this area, I think. Well, you can sew out the paper piece. So, what else? It has LED lighting. The machines are very high quality. The electronics are very high quality. We simply have a lot of experience specifically with industrial equipment. A few of our technicians work with industrial equipment, and the quality is really very good. There is nothing better in the world. I don't know. Did I forget anything or not? Maybe I did forget something, or maybe I didn't. Well, if anything, write to us. If you have any questions, write to us. We will do our best to answer your questions. So, good luck to you, good health, and all the best.